we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about the parasha for a change. A little bit Mussar from the parasha. Very interesting Mussar that comes in the parasha. Strange things. Many things were said about this. For example, and what I'm talking about is the aspect, the concept of Avraham going to Mitzrayim, and all of a sudden he realizes that Sarah is beautiful. So there are a lot of things that were said about this. A lot of things that were said about this. But what does it mean he all of a sudden realizes that she's beautiful, and what do we learn from that as a Mussar for ourselves? It's very simple. Even a person, as righteous as he would be, is influenced by his environment. Avraham Avinu was a righteous person, but when he came in proximity to Mitzrayim, and Mitzrayim were known for the immoral behavior, especially immoral sexual behavior, they were immersed with sex. They were obsessed with it. Coming to that place, he felt the vibe. All of a sudden he realized she's beautiful. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful. Avraham Avinu had been with his wife, with Sarah Ishto, but for a getter of mitzvah, now he saw she's beautiful. So are you. It depends on the environment in which you're around, the people you surround yourself, you're going to be affected by it. The more sensitive you will be, the more sensitive you will be. You'll go to a place, and it's amazing. You just have to verbalize that experience. You go to a place that there's a lot of Torah, people are learning there. You're just going to sit there. All of a sudden, you feel like you want to open a sefer. You want to take something. Ideas come to your head. You say, oh my goodness, how does ideas come to my head? Why? Because you are sensitive to the place, the Torah that is in the place. You go to Manhattan, you get a different vibe. You go here, you get a different vibe. You listen to music, you get a different vibe. And so on and so forth. And that's the danger of not having authentic Jewish music that fits the Jewish soul. Because it all borrowed from something. I mean, it's so pathetic that even the Israeli anthem, right? Even though it resembles Smetana's, whatever, the concerto he wrote there, it's really influenced by Romanian shepherd's tune. It's ridiculous. Carlebach was like Bob, tried to be like Bob Dylan, okay, he's Jewish also, but maybe folk, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So Avraham Avinu, even a person like Avraham Avinu. So what do you learn from that? And how do you overcome it? And the trick is as follows. It happens to all of us. It happens to everybody. But you need to be aware of what just happened to you. All of a sudden he realized she's beautiful. So realizing that, why is the Torah telling me this story? Why is the Torah telling me that he realizes that she's beautiful? What do I care about it? Realizing something is acknowledging that it exists. Disacknowledging, when you don't acknowledge that it's that does not happen to me. I'm a tzaddik. I'm on such a high level. Those things don't affect me. I'm not affected by beautiful women. I'm not affected by this. I'm not affected by greed. I'm not affected by honor. Those earthly things, I'm way past that. I'm a righteous man. I'm at a high level. Those things has no effect on me. You're wrong, and you're going to fail. It affects everybody. The point to deal with it is to realize you have it. To stop. It's called, in Hebrew, there's a concept, it's called Yerida letzorech aliyah, going down in order to go up. That will bring you forward. That will bring you high. Realizing that you slipped a little bit, stop. Even Rav Nachman in his books, right? Go down one step so you can go up two. But if you don't realize that it happened to you and you disacknowledge that, you're going to go down further, and before you know, you're already doing things that are horrendous, but you still will not acknowledge it. Say, it wasn't me. They seduced me. It wasn't me. I'm a righteous man. That is a tremendous mussar for us. Say, listen, there is such things. I'm susceptible as well to this. It could happen to me. And therefore, let me put now the appropriate boundaries so it would never happen again, or it would not happen again. If it is, how could I fix it? And so on and so forth. Move this from this point further. Let's go up another level. In my awareness. Not say, okay, it didn't happen to me, I'll make an excuse. We make an excuse, it's always like that. That's why the Torah is telling us this story. So you could learn from it what to do and what not to do. A true tzaddik, a true person who is committed to his spiritual growth would realize that he's still a human being, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu put those desires in him. He does not disregard those feelings. He's aware he has them, but he puts them under control. He lets them work for him. He does not work for his obsessions. He doesn't work for his feelings. He doesn't work for his desires. They work for him. So instead of having a desire for an uncontrolled sex, you have a desire to have another baby, to do something like that, right? That you're taking something and then you're making something good out of it. But that can only happen when you acknowledge that you have it. And we slip a little bit, but we correct ourselves back. Everything, any trajectory in nature has a mechanism of correction. Because if not, slowly, it would sway out of his pattern. Everything has corrections. Even in space, there's corrections that are made all the time. Computer checks those spacecrafts all the time. So are we. Let's learn from this. Let's acknowledge what we have. Let's not fall in the trap of the Yetzer. And again, this shiur is dedicated to my dear friend, Yamin ben Avraham. Kadosh Baruch Hu yizakeu beparnasa, bebריאות והצלחה. Amen כן יהי רצון.